Good afternoon, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. This is Rich again, back for your second video blog of the day for Saturday, September 12th, 2015, around 2:42 in the afternoon in Billerica, Massachusetts. It's a very nice and sunny day out. It's calm and clear and not that humid, 70s. Hopefully this weather continues, but it's going to maybe have some rain showers tomorrow. And next week's supposed to be above average temperatures. I'm going to have surgery on Friday to remove a harmless cyst. I have to get that out of the way and stuff. I don't want to leave the cyst on forever and stuff like that, because you never know these days with cysts. Even though they say most cysts are harmless and they're not cancerous, you just don't want to take a chance these days. And that's about it. No other news to report right now. My next video blog subject is about proposed high-speed rail train service, which should go from Boston North Station to Montreal, Quebec, Canada, and from Boston North Station to Presque Isle, Maine. High-speed rail train service is really big, especially in the northeast corridor of the United States. Washington, D.C., Philadelphia, Baltimore, New York City, Connecticut, Rhode Island, and Boston. It's usually the high-speed rail lines coming out of the South Station from Boston and going towards like Washington, D.C., the Acela Express. And some of those trains could go up to a speed up to 200 miles per hour, which is pretty amazing. You could get from Boston to New York in about 2-3 hours, which is, better than driving there 5 hours and stuff like that. And I think the next proposal that they should do with high-speed rail line is to somehow get the tracks for the MBTA service, especially the Lowell line and the line that for the Downeaster, try to upgrade those rail lines so they could go from 70-80 miles per hour to maybe 150-200 miles per hour and stuff like that. And the first proposal I have is to start a high-speed train service from Boston's North Station, go through Anderson, Woburn, and then Lowell, and then Nashua, New Hampshire, then up to Manchester, New Hampshire, that airport, and then downtown Manchester, New Hampshire, and then Concord, New Hampshire, and then they go parallel to Route 89, Interstate 89, through western New Hampshire, Lebanon, New Hampshire, cross over the Connecticut River, right into Vermont and stuff, and then go through the countryside of Vermont, the mountainous terrain of Vermont, stop at Montpelier, and also go to Burlington, Vermont, then St. Albans, Vermont, and then cross over the border, the Canadian border, and then have the final stop in Montreal, Quebec, Canada, and stuff like that. That would be a very, very great train service. Go from Boston to Montreal in about 4 hours and stuff. People could go there if they want to see the Montreal Canadiens versus Boston Bruins games, because that's a big rivalry and stuff like that. Plus, it would be great economic development for Vermont and New Hampshire and stuff like that, especially Lebanon, New Hampshire, Montpelier, Vermont, Burlington, Vermont, St. Albans, Vermont, and stuff like that. And you have to get the government involved with New Hampshire, the New Hampshire state government, and also the Vermont state government. Plus you need something to do with the Canadian province of Quebec. You need a train stop for to go through customs and stuff like that, so they could check if there's people don't bring dangerous weapons or stuff, or something that's illegal. That would probably take a couple of minutes to clear it out and stuff like that. But a high-speed train line from Boston to Montreal would work perfectly. Years and years ago, you could take a train from Boston North Station up to Montreal, but I think that service stopped in the 1950s when interstate highways were being built and stuff. But another good proposal for a high-speed train service is try to somehow convert the Downeaster Maine from a regular train service to a high-speed train service, and it goes to Freeport, Maine. But why stop there? Continue on to Maine. Go to Bangor and then have the final stop at Presque Isle, Maine. That would be very, very good. You could get more and more great economic development down there. Plus, the state of Maine is really looking for more transportation for train service and stuff like that, and converting the high-speed train service, the Downeaster, from like a regular train service to high-speed rail train service would be perfect and stuff like that. You could get from Presque Isle, Maine to Boston in about 4 or 5 hours and stuff. Would be pretty good, and it also would make like Boston North Station probably one of the busiest train stations in the country if they convert some of the Amtrak service to high-speed rail train service and stuff like that. I don't know if they would ever have high-speed train service for the MBTA because for the commuter rail and stuff like that, because they're in billions and billions of dollars in debt. But if you could get Amtrak and the governments of New Hampshire, Maine, Vermont, and even Canada to help build this for high-speed train service, it would be pretty good and it would be awesome and stuff like that. I wonder if we'll see it in our lifetimes. Most likely not, but you never know these days, and that's what I'm proposing. That's about it on this video blog. I'll be back with the third and final video blog of the night, my personality profile. Tonight's personality profile is about Basketball Hall of Famer, former Atlanta Hawks player Dominique Wilkins, the human highlight reel. Keep calm. And I'm Julie Brutting Guy. Molly Roseblood of Fox 35 rocks and has nice legs. Elizabeth Hart of Local 6 rocks. Amy Swansea of Wish 2 rocks. And in the words of Sean Lucha, get out! Bye now!